So now if you take your Oh My God packet and you turn to page 22. Yeah, 22. Yeah, you turn to page 22. You're going to see the next generation Nclex clinical judgment. Now, back in the day, they would call this critical thinking. It's a little deeper than that. Critical thinking can be applied to anybody's profession. This is more clinical judgment, right? So remember how this whole thing goes. You have this NGN test plan. As an RN, management of care is 20%. The same exact thing, no difference, is called coordination of care on the LPN test. It's 20%. So 20% of your test is that, right? You have your safety and infectious disease, your health promotion and maintenance, your psych, and even though it says 9%, it tends to be the hardest, especially for English second language students, because it's not treated in America as it is anywhere else in the world. Basic care and comfort, 9%. Also, the problem with psych is not black and white. There's no right answer, but yet you've got to find the right answer, right? So your basic care and comfort, your pharmacology, your reduction of risk, your physiological adaptation. The reduction of risk and basic care and comfort is the top areas of failure. Then when you look at all 8 of these sections, right, you're looking at the whole below, above, and near. What did we say yesterday? How do you pass this test? You have to stay in the above more than you stayed in the below, and you can mix it up with the little baseline normal questions, but you damn sure need some aboves to get out of here, right? Okay, so then we said we had to remember, how do case studies play a role on the test? Now, you can have as many as 150 questions all the way down to 85, nothing less than 85. 15 questions, no matter which one of those you get, 109, 162, 142, 112, 128. It don't matter. Anywhere between 85 to 150. You get 15 of those questions just thrown out, and who cares? So one of the things I tell you is, when you get all nervous and freaked out and say to yourself, you know what, why am I tripping over this one question? It's probably a pilot anyway, because this is straight from hell. I ain't never seen it. Shelly ain't never talked about it. I never watched it in her videos. It's probably straight from hell. Who cares, right? So don't get too nervous. The other thing I want you to remember, some people get a little spazzy if they don't shut off at 85. It is true, 99% of my students do shut off at 85 because they fucking know their shit when they're done with me. But if you do not shut off at 85, you do not lose your cookies, because you say to yourself, let me pull it together. As long as they're giving me questions, I'm still a nurse. It's up to me to stay a nurse. They didn't kick you out yet. Okay, that's how you convince yourself it's worth to stay in the game and you don't lose your cookies here. How long do you get?
5 hours.
If you had a max number of questions, 150, and you have 5 hours to do it, how many questions per hour should you average? 30. Do the math. 30 times 5. Boom. Now, raise your hand if you remember when it used to be 265 questions for the RN and 205 for the LPN. How many hours did you used to have at 265 RNs? 6. How many hours did the LPN have at 205? 5. Now, I've been teaching this 20 some odd years. Essence and Stella will tell you, I've been telling y'all 30 an hour, 60 every 2 for 20 years. This test just figured out I was right on that. Because back in the day when you had 265 for 6 hours, that don't equate to that. 205 in 5 hours don't equate to that. They had y'all going too fast. You couldn't even think straight. So what I tell you on this test is that the board of nursing finally caught up to Dr. Shelley. They finally figured out, we don't have to rush them. We don't have to go crazy. It's better to look at quality instead of quantity and let this student read what it is that they're supposed to do with each question, and then average 30 questions an hour and get the thing right. In school, it wasn't like that either. You had a minute per question. It was torture. What is your take-home message? Please, beloved, take your freaking time. Do the tricks I taught you. Some of the tricks involve making sure you isolate out numbers, using the dry erase board to write out your thoughts. Here with the case studies, these are the easiest part of the freaking test. Swear to God. If you don't know how to answer them, of course, they might be a little bit difficult, but most people prefer a story than some bullshit multiple choice garbage. So the story that you have on this test, remember how the rules go. If you only have 85 questions, the minimum number of case studies will be what you get, and that's 3 of them. You can get 5, you can get 7, but the minimum on any test is 3. You have to get 3. I mean, I studied it for a living. Okay, so you have to get 3. So you need to think about what that would mean on an 85 question test, because once again, that's 99% of you in my class. When you get 3 of these, beloved, these case studies are called unfolding. That means they have, like the green one in front of you, 6 questions each. Now 6 times 3 is 18. They threw out 15, 20% of your test is a case study. So you do need to know how to answer them. They are ways to get really easy points. And now you know the bigger trick. Don't freaking click shit unless you are positive about it. You will get the credit for what you know. They will take it away if you click what wasn't right. So just say to yourself, I don't give a shit if the second part of my case study had 18 motherfucking options. I only knew 2. That's all the fuck I'm circling. Fine with me. Because 2 points is better than you clicking 8 things and canceling out 6 more things you did wrong. You see where we're going with that? You're going to be in a hole doing dumb stuff. Click on what you freaking know. Okay? Now, that being said, you guys, the page that I told you to turn to, it describes this whole thing and recognize and analyze and all this crap. The thing that we do really well in this class is we have you apply your knowledge. It's not enough to have the precious babies do questions. It's not enough to have you watch a video all day. No, if you can't apply it to real life, then what the fuck was it all about anyway? So I encourage you to go home and watch Grey's Anatomy and watch different documentaries on real things that happened, the Katrinas and, you know, the hurricane and how you would have handled that, and the psychiatric condition of cauliflower and those boys in Central Park 5, whatever it is. It could be anything. You guys give me more ideas than I ever gave you. You're the one that told me about straw. My daughter told me, but you guys told me first. Okay, so when we look at the movie Straw, we are recognizing cues, analyzing cues, trying to figure out what exactly is her diagnosis, and trying to generate solutions, okay? Because it's a life and death type of deal here. Now, when you looked at Straw, that is on the Netflix, Tyler Perry, thank you, bro, man. What did you see as some cues that things are gonna get ugly? What were some things you heard in the movie that made you go, oh Lord, she's at high risk for fill in the blank? Okay, so you saw, and you can throw out anything you want, it's probably right. So I'm gonna write just the words you say to me. What else you got? Okay, so she had a job loss. Okay. When you say financial, why don't we just say poverty? Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, what else you want?
Environment.
Depression, single mother.
Okay, somebody said depression. Okay, somebody else said single parent. This is our word salad. Throw out whatever you want.
Lost a child.
Okay, she lost a child. Evicted.
Killing.
Killing.
Anger.
Anger. Neglect. What else you got?
Lack of trust.
Lack of trust.
She was with the
She was scared when she got hit.
Fear.
Fear, yeah, that's what it was, fear. Tell her he was
Anything else you can think of? Just throw it out.
no family members.
No support. Now let's think clinically. What were some clinical issues in her or her child's life?
The child was a preterm.
Say it loud.
She was a preterm.
She was a preemie. Uh-oh, seizures. Now you're thinking. Asthma, I just heard.
And she was malnourished, so her immune system was.
Was she really malnourished?
No.
No. She didn't lose mom.
It was just
food that she couldn't have.
She had like allergies. Was it gluten or something? She had a lot of asthma. She couldn't eat a lot of food.
Well, yeah, she did say she could eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she couldn't eat a lot of food.
But remember at the end, it wasn't real.
So it's a special.
Like at the end of it, it was like she just
What else did you notice clinically? Don't think of diagnosis, think of other things.
They tried to make her.
What was it?
Yeah.
Sleep deprivation? It sure was hot.
PTSD from the.
They tried to make it like she was neglecting her child.
We are gonna put CPS up here for Child Protective Services. Let's just throw
And
that
it
in
seemed
here.
like she had health insurance issues.
Oh, uninsured.
Yeah.
Do you think that mean motherfucker gave her insurance? With that job?
He barely gave her a check.
Hello.
He didn't even give her a check.
What else y'all want? Trauma? You gotta be specific.
That cop brought trauma. Saying he
Okay.
was gonna kill her when he saw her next.
Okay, she was threatened. Pretty credible threat, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't see her pistol whip.
The robber guy smacked her with the gun.
She was assaulted. People seem to forget she was assaulted that day.
That's what started all of it out of control.
Just ridiculous. I haven't heard about medication expense. That's all you kept hearing her say. Can't afford the medication. I talked about that earlier.
No, she did everything she could. That was in her.
Now let's see how good a job you did. Remember the board, because you did pretty damn good. Remember all the things you said, huh? I would die if my car was towed. I don't know about you, but I was that girl who would literally lose my fucking mind in those days if my car was towed. Repoed was bad enough. You said it. You said it. You said it. Didn't hear it.
No, she said
You said it.
Yeah.
Don't know if you said it. Let's look at this one. Where did this come from?
When the friend offered her money, she kind of didn't, she was, to me, might have just been a shame of receiving from someone else because the friend
That
offered
could
her
be
money.
true, but there's another more obvious.
Because
She got the daughter complained about getting money.
The lunch money from the teacher.
This consumed a big part of her thoughts. It really did. She had to get, and I mean, she was in the bank talking about get this to my daughter.
Yeah.
While you rob, okay. Now, so it's crazy. No, let's be clear. I didn't rob her. She did not want that money. Did you hear her mention she had 2 jobs?
Yes.
Sounds a lot like what we said earlier with you guys. You're very stressed, beloved. Everybody in this room has so much stress. You see, who are the people that make it worse, right? The landlord. She evicted her. The teachers asking for lunch money in front of everybody. Happened to me in 3rd grade. I feel that pain. The principal reporting to children's services. The boss was a dick. Now let me make y'all laugh. I gotta make y'all laugh. Okay.